Hi, this is Andrea Leahy, and I'm going to present my research into practice. What I focused on was linear functions. The reason that I chose this topic was we were working on it in the classroom, and it's a cornerstone of Algebra 1. It's foundational to both all including Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, and on. And it's one of those topics that students lack a deep understanding of. And so I decided to take a different approach to combat that issue. So what I decided to do was have collaborative learning. The benefits of this, that it builds confidence in students. Working together builds new ideas. This is the future of our society, is collaborative work. And it provides different tasks. Not everything is always going to just be a worksheet with 30 problems. It's a lot of performance task based. So like I said on the previous slide, the areas of improvement that I noticed prior to this and during my research was that students aren't confident in explaining math with the use of vocabulary and complete sentences, and students need to have more exposure of open response questions. So for example, one of my students worked on this free response question and with her and her neighbor, and they were very minimal in their responses. Then when I interviewed the students, they had a lot more that they had to say, and they actually knew a lot more about the topic. They just didn't write it down. They told me specifically that they didn't write down as much as they thought that they wanted to because they weren't confident that it was correct. So during my research, a lot of the issue was that students are worried whether they're going to be right or wrong. So by providing more of the performance task based, it kind of leads away from students feeling like there's a right or wrong answer because it's more about the process. So how you as parents can help with your son or daughter, this is high school algebra 1, so a lot of times parents feel like they don't remember the math or they just don't know where to go to support their students. So the first thing I want to talk about is Khan Academy. So I'm going to select this link here. And once you sign your student up, one thing that is really cool that it shows you that we're looking at algebra foundations, and it goes through and groups everything together into these subtopics. So for example, if we're working on forms of linear equations, so we can click even just point slope form. And Khan Academy provides these different videos and review and practice problems. So this is a good way for students to build that confidence on a topic that we're learning in class. So you can see just with this point slope form, it jumps into the other forms after that. And then at the bottom, there are quizzes and unit tests. So, and it kind of keeps track of your skills off to the side, and you can earn these mastery points, and it levels you and kind of just shows you where you are in terms of Algebra 1. So this is a little bit of just what I talked about, that one thing that the videos provide a deeper understanding of the topic. So Khan Academy usually shows different ways of doing things, not just one way, because in math, students have to realize that there's multiple ways to work through the process to get an answer. So this is a great way for students to build confidence mathematically. The second resource that I want to provide is USA Test Prep. So we'll go with this link here. And if you look, there's all these different online resources. So I want to first click performance tasks to go through this as an example. And you would choose a standard of whatever that the student is learning in class. So we're focused on linear functions, so we'll go here. And really, you just kind of can look at something that will be what they're working on in class. So if we go to compare linear functions, and then it would have this topic here. And these are more of these performance tasks and open-ended, so it helps students to practice really writing their thoughts down using vocabulary. And then if you look, there's also a key. So then you as a parent can go through and work with the student on these free response or performance task-based questions. Now, there's also not only performance tasks, there are bell ringers, item of the day, which if you click item of the day, you can do question, vocabulary, or video. There's class activities, there's flashcards, and there's puzzles. So there's many options for students to work on this using this resource. So just like I showed you, this just shows the different things that USA Test Prep provides. I focused on performance tasks being the largest circle in this slide because that's one of the things that students need to be able to have more confidence. Overall, my main goal is that the more students work outside the classroom, their skills and confidence will grow. Math goes beyond the classroom and is a part of all careers beyond just the STEM field. All right, thank you.